New this morning, the world's happiness report is out. Can you guess which country took the top spot? If you guess Finland, you are correct. The country took the #1 spot for the happiest place on earth for the 8th year in a row. Nordic countries continue to dominate the top spots, with Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden rounding out the top 4. Now, if you're looking for the United States on that list, you gotta keep scrolling. The U.S. dropped to its lowest spot ever at number 24.
The ranking marks a continued decline from its peak at 11th place more than a decade ago. The report finds Americans growing despair as a result of challenges around the cost of living, economic uncertainty, and political polarization. Young adults in the U.S. reported the lowest levels of happiness and social connection of all age groups. The folks in Scandinavia are doing something right.
They are doing something.
And they've been doing something right for a long time. I mean, we're going on years and years and years of where it's always Finland or Denmark or Sweden at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And their education seems to rank higher, like something. We need to take a closer look at what they're doing.
And I'm no expert, but you cannot convince me that our dependence on social media.
I was going to say, you misspoke and said social media, but I really think that's a huge factor when we talk about isolation and loneliness, and people really aren't connecting in person. You know, they're just on the screen.
Yeah. As the kids say, touch grass.
Right? It's simple.
Yes.
Because, I mean, when you think about what we just said, the report finds Americans growing despair as a result of challenges around the cost of living, economic uncertainty, and political polarization. There's one of those 3 things that really sticks out to me, and that's political polarization. Because cost of living and economic uncertainty, we have been through a lot of that in our 200-plus year history as a country.
Correct.
I feel like we're especially polarized now.
Very much so.
I think it also helps to find community too, because when you talk to people face to face versus seeing so many opinions online, it's easy to take the humanity out of how we differ from each other.
They're anonymous otherwise.
But I think we have to work on having those conversations, even with those we disagree with, right? So that we find
and do not let our political and other leaders convince you to hate your neighbor.
Correct.
It makes us miserable, I think.
Love thy neighbor.
That's right. And love you too, Larry.